Hey there, memory keepers. Welcome back to Who Died Today News, where we honor those who've left their mark on our hearts and celebrate those still inspiring us today. From hidden talents to behind-the-scenes moments, these revelations give us a deeper appreciation of their remarkable lives. Before we dive into today's stories, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join our community of remembrance and celebration. Ofra Bikel, 1930 to 2024. The lens that changed lives. Truth lost one of its fiercest warriors on August 11, 2024, when legendary documentary filmmaker and investigative journalist Ofra Bikel left us at 94. Her PBS documentaries didn't just tell stories, they changed lives, exposed injustice, and reformed systems. Born in Israel and educated in Paris, Bikel brought a global perspective to American journalism. Her accent became synonymous with hard-hitting investigation on PBS, where her documentaries tackled everything from wrongful convictions to systemic corruption. Being an outsider, she once said, helps you see what insiders have learned to ignore. What set Bikel apart wasn't just her investigative prowess. It was her profound empathy for her subjects. Her groundbreaking series, Innocence Lost, 1991 to 2004, not only exposed flaws in child abuse prosecutions, but actually helped free wrongfully convicted defendants. Stories aren't just stories, she insisted. They're people's lives. Her methodology became legendary in journalistic circles. She would spend years on a single story, building trust, gathering evidence, and piecing together truth from fragments. Time, she often said, is truth's best ally. Her patience led to some of television's most impactful moments of revelation. The journalistic community has been sharing tributes. 60 Minutes correspondent Leslie Stahl wrote, Ofra showed us that objectivity doesn't mean neutrality. It means following the truth wherever it leads. Ken Burns added, she didn't just document history, she changed its course. Her passing was, as one colleague noted, like losing journalism's conscience. She worked until the end, leaving behind meticulous notes for future investigators on cases she believed needed attention. The PBS NewsHour will honor her with a special retrospective of her work, though as she would likely point out, the best tribute would be new investigations into untold stories. As she often said, the story isn't over until justice is served. Share your memories of Ofra Bikel's documentaries or how her work impacted your understanding of justice in the comments below. Let's keep her spirit of investigation alive. When truth meets courage, stories of resilience. While we honor those who've completed their earthly journey, let's shine our spotlight on a warrior who reminds us that every day is a battle worth fighting. Every moment, a chance to make a difference. Jane Fonda, the phoenix who keeps rising. At 86, Jane Fonda isn't just surviving. She's rewriting the script on what it means to face life's toughest challenges with grace, grit, and unshakable determination. From the protest lines to the battle with cancer, this two-time Oscar winner continues to prove that true stardom isn't about staying perfect. It's about staying authentic. Cancer? Well, it's just another scene partner, Fonda quipped in her characteristically defiant tone when discussing her breast cancer diagnosis. And honey, I've worked with tougher co-stars. This blend of humor and honesty has made her health journey not just inspiring, but revolutionary for how public figures address illness. The daughter of Hollywood royalty has never taken the easy path, and her approach to health challenges proves no different. While battling both breast cancer and osteoarthritis, Fonda has continued her climate activism, often attending rallies despite joint pain. The body might protest, she shared during a recent interview. But the spirit gets the final vote. What makes Fonda's journey particularly powerful is her refusal to hide the reality of aging and illness. Her social media posts show both the glamorous moments and the difficult ones, from red carpet appearances to chemotherapy sessions. We need to change how we view vulnerability, she insists. It's not weakness, it's human. Her famous workout videos have evolved into gentle movement sessions designed for seniors and those dealing with chronic conditions. Movement is medicine, she often says, but so is self-compassion. This new approach has created a community of supporters who share their own health journeys, inspired by her openness. The Hollywood community has rallied around her, but in typical Fonda fashion, she's turned the attention toward bigger causes. During her treatments, she's continued to advocate for healthcare accessibility, using her platform to highlight disparities in cancer treatment access. Every challenge is a chance to demonstrate what matters most, she recently shared at a cancer research fundraiser. For me, that's showing others that age and illness don't have to mean invisibility. Fellow cancer survivor Rita Wilson noted, Jane doesn't just cope with challenges, she transforms them into movements. She's showing us all how to turn personal battles into collective victories. Her latest project, a series of online workshops combining gentle exercise, environmental activism, and community support, all conducted between her treatments. The body may need healing, she explains, but the soul needs purpose. Share your messages of support for Jane's continued journey or how her resilience has inspired your own battles in the comments below. Let's uplift those still fighting the good fight. Beat King, 1984 to 2024. The Club Gods final set. Houston's clubs fell silent on August 15, 2024, when Justin "Beat King" Riley, the self-proclaimed club god, took his final bow at just 40 years old. His sudden passing from a pulmonary embolism has left the southern hip-hop scene with a void that no bass line can fill. Some artists make music for the radio. Beat King made music for the soul of the streets, reflected fellow Houston artist Bun B. He understood that clubs weren't just places to dance, they were where communities came together. What set Beat King apart wasn't just his production skills or his larger-than-life personality. It was his authenticity. In an era of manufactured images, he remained proudly and unapologetically Houston. His series of Club God mixtapes didn't just dominate clubs, they documented the evolution of Houston's sound. Beat King understood something most artists miss, shared producer Paul Wall. He knew that real club music isn't just about the beat. It's about the culture, the people, the story of the city itself. His influence extended beyond music. Known for his entrepreneurial spirit, Beat King created opportunities for young artists and producers in Houston's music scene. His studio became a hub for emerging talent, and his advice became gospel for aspiring artists. Don't chase the industry, make the industry chase you. The hip-hop community has been sharing heartfelt tributes. Slim Thug posted, "Houston lost its heartbeat today." Beat King wasn't just making music, he was making history. Trey the Truth added, "The clubs won't ever sound the same. Rest easy, Club God." What many outside his inner circle didn't know was Beat King's dedication to youth outreach. He regularly spoke at local schools about entrepreneurship and the music business, believing that success means nothing if you can't show others the way up. His final project, set to release posthumously, was aptly titled Legacy. Those who've heard it say it's his most personal work yet, combining his signature club sound with messages about perseverance and community building. The Houston rap scene will honor him with a citywide club tribute night, where his music will play simultaneously across Houston's clubs. When art finds its roots, the heart of American music. From the avant-garde galleries of high fashion, we turn to the heartland of America, where another kind of artistry has been silenced too soon, one that spoke with strings and soul. David Davis, 1961 to 2024. The voice that carried bluegrass forward. The hills of Alabama fell silent on September 15, 2024, when David Davis, the heart and soul of the Warrior River Boys, was tragically taken from us in a car accident at age 63. His mandolin may be still, but the echoes of his music continue to resonate through the valleys he called home. Some musicians play bluegrass. David lived it, breathed it, and made sure it would never be forgotten, reflected Del McCoury. He wasn't just preserving tradition, he was keeping it alive and growing. Born in Alabama's coal mining country, Davis carried the torch of traditional bluegrass while breathing new life into the genre. His journey with the Warrior River Boys wasn't just about making music. It was about maintaining a cultural legacy. This music isn't just notes, he often said. It's the story of our people, our struggles, our joy. What set Davis apart wasn't just his masterful mandolin playing or his rich baritone voice. It was his deep understanding of bluegrass's roots and its future. Under his leadership, the Warrior River Boys became known for both their respect for tradition and their willingness to push boundaries. Ricky Skaggs remembered, David understood something crucial about bluegrass, that staying true to its roots doesn't mean standing still. He could make a 100-year-old song sound fresh and a new song sound timeless. His influence extended far beyond performance. Known as a passionate educator, Davis regularly conducted workshops at bluegrass festivals, teaching young musicians not just technique, but the history and heart of the music. You can't carry this music forward if you don't know where it came from, he would tell his students. His final performance, just days before the accident, was at a small festival in his hometown. Witnesses say he closed with, "Will the circle be unbroken?" a choice that now seems prophetic. His last words to the audience were, "Keep this music alive, folks. It's not just our past, it's our future." The International Bluegrass Music Association will honor him with a special tribute at their annual awards ceremony, featuring an all-star performance of his signature songs. Meanwhile, bluegrass festivals across the South are planning memorial jams in his honor. Davis often said, "Bluegrass is like a family quilt. Every piece tells a story, and we're all just adding our patches." Tonight, that quilt has a hole that can't be filled, but the pattern he helped create will continue to inspire new generations. Share your memories of David Davis and the Warrior River Boys, or how their music touched your life in the comments below. Let's keep the circle unbroken. Julia Louis-Dreyfus, the queen of comedy who conquered cancer. They say laughter is the best medicine, and if anyone embodies that truth, it's Julia Louis-Dreyfus. The 11-time Emmy winner hasn't just survived breast cancer. She's turned her journey into an inspiration for millions, proving that you can face life's toughest challenges without losing your sense of humor. "Cancer thought it could take me down," she quipped during a recent interview. But it clearly hadn't watched enough Seinfeld episodes to know who it was dealing with. This signature wit, which has carried her through 9 seasons of Veep and into television history, proved to be one of her strongest weapons in her battle against breast cancer. Since her diagnosis in 2017, Louis-Dreyfus has redefined what it means to be a cancer survivor in the public eye. "I decided to be ridiculously honest about it," she shared. "Because what's the alternative? Cancer is terrifying enough, without having to pretend it isn't. Her approach to sharing her journey has been revolutionary. Instead of carefully curated glimpses, she's offered raw, real moments, from celebrating her last chemotherapy session with a funny video to discussing the importance of universal healthcare access. "If you can't laugh at cancer," she says, "what's the point of having a sense of humor at all?" What makes her story particularly powerful is how she's used her platform. Rather than keeping her experience private, she's become a fierce advocate for cancer research and healthcare accessibility. "Having excellent health insurance literally saved my life," she often states. "Everyone deserves that same chance." Her Veep co-star Tony Hale notes, "Julia didn't just survive cancer. She showed others how to face it with grace, humor, and zero BS." The cast and crew famously postponed production during her treatment, with creator Armando Iannucci saying, "Some things are more important than television, even if it's Julia Louis-Dreyfus television." Today, she continues to work tirelessly, proving that cancer survivors can thrive personally and professionally. Her recent projects have been some of her most ambitious yet, including producing and starring in new series that push creative boundaries. "Cancer taught me that life is short," she reflects, "so why not take big swings?" The Hollywood community continues to be inspired by her journey. Cancer survivor Christina Applegate recently shared, "Julia showed us all how to turn fear into fuel. She's not just surviving, she's thriving and showing others the way." Her advocacy work has expanded beyond cancer awareness to include environmental causes, noting that environmental factors play a role in cancer rates. "Being a survivor means taking care of not just yourself, but the world around you," she explains. Perhaps most inspiring is how she's maintained her irreverent humor throughout. During a recent awards acceptance speech, she quipped, "Cancer thought it could stop me from winning Emmys. Clearly, it was mistaken." Share your messages of support for Julia's continued journey or how her story has inspired your own battles in the comments below. Let's celebrate those who show us how to face life's challenges with grace, grit, and a healthy dose of humor, celebrating life's symphony, where every story matters. And there you have it, Memory Keepers, another journey through the tapestry of lives that have shaped our world. From Christine Whitinger's operatic heights to Ofra Bikel's relentless pursuit of truth, from Beat King's club anthems to Alexa Ledouillet's artistic fusion, from David Davis's soulful bluegrass to Julia Louis-Dreyfus's inspiring resilience, each story reminds us that life, in all its forms, is worth celebrating. Tonight, we've traveled from opera houses to newsrooms, from Houston's clubs to Alabama's hills, from art galleries to Hollywood sets. Each story unique, yet connected to our Who Died Today news family. Thank you for joining us in remembering and celebrating these remarkable souls. Your presence, your comments, and your shared memories help keep their legacies alive. Before you go, hit that notification bell to never miss a tribute. Share your memories in the comments, like and share. To help others discover these stories, join our Patreon family for exclusive content and early access. Remember, as David Davis would say, we're all just adding our patches to life's grand quilt. Whether you're facing challenges like Julia Louis-Dreyfus or working to leave your own mark on the world, your story matters too. We'll see you tomorrow with more stories that remind us why life, in all its joy and sorrow, triumph and tragedy, is worth celebrating. Stay strong, stay compassionate, and keep those memories alive.